Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So brothers and sisters, Siyam, fasting, is an ibadah, especially in this sense, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has collected the ahkamat, the aghrad and maqasid, objectives, the sharia, the fiqh of all of the fasting at one place in the Quran. So if you look at, for example, Salah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has discussed Salah in many different places in the Quran. At some places Allah talks about Salatul Khawf, at other places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Salatul Safr, and timing of Salah and so on and so forth. Similarly, you will find Zakah discussed in the Quran throughout. Hajj also has been discussed at least at 3 or 4 places. But Siyam, fasting, is a special ibadah in this sense that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described all of the objectives, as I said, and the ahkamat in Surah Al-Baqarah in 5 ayats. From ayah number 183, which is, everyone commonly knows, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون, and up to ayah number 187. Now ayah number 183 finishes or ends in these words لعلكم تتقون. Ayah number 185 ends in the words لعلكم تشكرون, and the ayah number 186, if I'm not wrong, it ends in لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. Now these 3 words are very important to understand the purpose of the fasting. So let's discuss or ponder a little bit about the first one of these, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. لَعَلَّكُمْ is literally translated as so that you may, or perhaps you. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, perhaps you become muttaqi, perhaps you start doing or start practicing taqwa, and so on and so forth. So now, what is taqwa? Commonly translated as fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in the context of fasting, we generally refer to it as self-control, or in Arabic we call it dabtun nafs. In Urdu we call it zabte nafs. Dabtun nafs, or self-control. So what does that mean? Let's try to understand it a little bit more. Imagine a person who wants to achieve something big in this world. Maybe a person wants to be a CEO of a company, a person wants to be very, very rich, a person wants to be, a big businessman, or whatever you can think about the objectives. But at the same time, we know what is the rule in this world. You need to work hard, very hard, to reach up to the level that, to achieve the objectives that you want to achieve. If you set yourself up to higher objectives or bigger objectives, obviously you need to work hard. And there is nothing uncommon about this. This is common sense pretty much. So you work hard and you achieve. While at the same time, your other part of your nafs wants you to take a rest, take it easy, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life and so on. But we know that this is a tension between our, 2 aspects of ourselves. So if you would like to achieve something, you need to work hard. And from that perspective, if you think about, take it now to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A person who wants to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, would he do that? Can he do that without working hard? Without having control over himself or herself? Imagine Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Ibrahim alayhi salam in his dreams to slaughter his son. Yes? And obviously Ibrahim alayhi salam submitted to it. But what did he say? He asked his son that that's what he saw in the dream. Now imagine, na'udhu billah, but just for understanding this, if Ismail alayhi salam wouldn't agree. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam submitted to Allah. Although he submitted to Allah, but his son is not submitting to Allah, then in this case he cannot fulfill the objectives. Same is the case in our bodies. I just gave you this as an example. Now we might want to close one part of ourselves, would like to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, achieve higher ranks in the hereafter, go to the Firdaus, Jannatul Firdaus, and so on and so forth. The other part of ourselves wants to enjoy the life of this world, whatever desires we have, and so on. So this tension keeps on building in yourself. So here comes the fasting, the ibadah of fasting. It gives you an opportunity to self-control yourself. The timing is very nice. It's neither too long to be harmful for our bodies, neither it is too short that you wouldn't feel the hunger, the pain of pain of hunger and thirst and so on. It is suitably long so that you can feel this pressure on yourself and remind yourself that you're stopping yourself to give in to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we do this over 30 days, the period of 30 days, so that it becomes a skill. It is not one-off thing. It is not one fast, two fasts, three fasts. We do it over 29 days or 30 days so that it becomes a skill. So now you understand, taqwa was about what? Self-control. Self-control to do what? Everyone will, who wants to achieve something higher in this world will need to have self-control. Otherwise there is no point. Yeah, this is what I explained before. But for a Muslim, for a mu'min, the additional thing is that we want to control ourselves to give in to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here comes the month of Ramadan, which takes us to this objective of taqwa. Now, remember, what is the take-home message, inshallah, and I finish with this, is that when you feel hunger or thirst or other desires in this month, and when you remind yourself, no, I am fasting, also remind that we are doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are stopping ourselves in this month from the things that Allah made halal for us. Food is halal. Yeah? Eating is halal. Drinking is halal. The drinking the water and so on. But we stop ourselves from doing halal thing so that after 30 days we can remind ourselves that when the haram comes, no, if I can stop myself from halal for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course I can stop myself from haram for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us amongst muttaqeen. Allahumma ja'alna min al-muttaqeen. Allahumma ja'alna min al-muttaqeen. Allahumma ja'alna min al-muttaqeen. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu